news. Let's talk insurance and insuring more women. There was a 2015 report from the IFC, AXA, Mansard, and was it Deloitte? Oh, Accenture. It was Accenture. She for Shield insure women to better protect all. Let's look at some data from that report that was put out in terms of, I think they said $1.7 trillion by 2030 for the full insurance landscape if they invest more in women. Half of those earnings, they said, would come from emerging economies. Then they looked at health insurance, they looked at non-life insurance. Yeah, this is global life insurance. They said it will grow from what now? 448 billion in 2013 to between 825 to 963 billion by 2030. So that's like almost, what, twice the amount as far as the growth if they focus more. Also, global non-life insurance as well. This is actually global health insurance, 43 billion to almost 184. And the same story with non-life. So basically, if you invest more in women in insurance, well, you'll get more dividends. Rukeme Olomu, she's the Senior Associate Business Operations and Strategy at ETAP, which is an insurance company that is completely app-based in the tech space, joins us to discuss further. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy International Women's Day. Thank you. What do those stats make you smile? I know as an insurance player, you probably like, what do you make of those stats?
They actually do. I think it looks very promising. We can see that there's this huge market that is untapped, especially for women in emerging economies. And developing economies like ours in Nigeria are not left behind as well. In Nigeria, almost half the population is women. Yeah. So I feel like this is an opportunity for insurers to, make tailored solutions dedicated to women, such as, health, illnesses that are, specific to women, like ovarian cancer and all of the like. And we can see that insurers are also responding to this data. Some of them have started partnering with women-led organizations. They started training their agents to be more than just agents, because at ETAP we see that women are more receptive to buying insurance when you present it to them as something that will improve their lifestyle. It's not just if you don't buy insurance from us today, exactly. Yeah. So it's something that would improve your lifestyle. It should be incorporated into your lifestyle. So women like to stretch their money. They like to make their money work for them down to the very last.
They're better money managers than men. That's a
exactly.
fact. Yeah.
So this is a very significant opportunity for insurers to consider women as actual buyers and users of insurers. Yeah. And the data shows us that only 43%, about 44% of women in Nigeria are buyers of insurance. We could stretch this number, we could expand it. Yeah. And, we see the potential. There's money to be made. Right. And, there's also the potential to make women more receptive to buying insurance.
Okay, but look, as promising as those numbers look, insurance penetration in Nigeria is under 1%. I mean, I think the number is at 0.3. So how do you get from just saying less than 1% is just being polite. I mean, it's really low. So how do you boost this number?
Yes. There are several factors to consider, but we believe technology will unlock the value of insurers. Yeah. You see how people embraced digital finance, like fintechs, and people are reaching more and more for convenience. You don't want to go through the entire hassle going to an insurance company. Oh, I want to buy insurance. Then you wait for them to attend to you. Yeah. It takes days and days, and even when you want to make a claim, it's very difficult, and it's something that people don't believe in insurance in Nigeria. A lot of people will tell you, Jesus is my insurer.
There you go.
And people will tell you, God forbid, nothing is ever going to happen
to
me. God day.
There you go. Yeah,
exactly.
That's my favorite one.
Insurance needs to be accessible. You need to be able to pick up your phone, buy insurance. If you want to make a claim, you do it on your phone as well. You want to cut out the entire hassle of manual, methods to get insurance, to make insurance work for you. Yeah. And there's also the aspect of building trust. Insurers need to be more transparent in, telling people this is what your insurance can do for you. And, if you're dedicated to, making your payments, if you're dedicated to getting this insurance, when the time comes, when you need it, we're going to show it for you. Right. There needs to be that trust. And there also needs to be the education. A lot of people don't actually know what kind of insurance exists. There's so many insurance for so many types of insurance for people. For women, there's maternity, there's health screenings, there's
many.
There's many. There's a lot.
Yeah.
So yes, there's also the aspect of collaboration.
Yeah.
The partnerships will drive insurance in Nigeria, in Africa. Collaborations between governments and traditional insurers,
Yeah.
governments and insurtechs, and it's just a lot that could be done. Accessibility, technology, trust.
Yeah.
Just making sure that people are aware that insurance will work for you and it's accessible. It's not hard to get.
All right, so you're InsurTech. You're primarily with vehicles. The numbers we have as far as in Nigerians that insure their vehicles is about 30%. That's overall. Probably if you disaggregate it even more with women, it's even less. So how are you guys at ETAP trying to raise this 30% number?
In Nigeria, there are about 13 million vehicles.
Yeah.
Total. In Lagos, it's about maybe 4 to 5 million of that. And we see that there's 2 in 9 cars have valid insurance. It might be up to 4 that have insurance papers,
Yeah.
but maybe just 2 are valid. So there's a need to drive compliance. Partnering with the government, state governments, to drive compliance within, each of these states. We're in partnership with a couple of state governments to drive compliance in terms of, making insurance accessible. Then for technology, ETAP wants to make insurance more than just buy policy, make your claim, etc. Want to make it rewarding and enjoyable. We have safe driving points where if you drive carefully on the road, you don't brake too much, you don't corner too much, you get a point, and it's not there for show. You can redeem those points.
Right.
You can redeem them in various stores. So you get dopamine hits every time you redeem the points. And there's also ethical insurance as well. You pay for your insurance the entire year after claims have been made, after fees have been deducted, you get that money back. And we see that about 60, you get some of the money back. And we see about 60 to 70% of our users usually opt to donate those funds. You think that they're going to keep it for themselves in this economy.
Right.
But they're donating to
charity and stuff.
Exactly. So all of that makes them feel good about insurance and keeps them coming back. So even businesses are demanding more from their insurers. It's not just, we buy this insurance and you disappear.
Yeah.
So we have like a dedicated fleet management solution that is free.
Yeah.
You use it, you manage your fleet. Everything is, seamless, it's easy, and you're not losing money like you ordinarily would.
Yeah.
So we're using technology, telematics, and we're using technology to just make insurance easy for everybody, people, businesses, and, very, very accessible and enjoyable, rewarding. You feel like, yes, I have insurance and I feel good about it. Yeah. I can always go back. I'm not going to have issues.
Less than a minute to go. I guess we'll round off with, what does International Women's Day mean for you?
International Women's Day should be every day, actually.
Yeah, it should. Like Valentine's Day and Easter and all those other days.
Yes. So International Women's Day is a call for celebration.
Yeah.
Women have achieved so much. We've seen that women are drivers of change. They're agents of change. We've made achievements socially, economically, politically, and it's a celebration for all of women all over the world. And it's also a call for gender equality. Women do not make up a lot of the workforce, and they're still underrepresented in certain spaces. So we need to invest in women. We need to make sure women are included in spaces, groomed, especially in the insurance industry. So yeah, International Women's Day is an awesome day. Great day, yeah.
Rukeme Olomu of ETAP, thank you so much for joining us to talk about insurance.